nak cakap.
Apa tu, Bang?
Abang dah lama fikir benda ni sebenarnya, tapi belum masa yang sesuai. Kita cerai?
Okey, saya setuju. Sebabnya saya dah lama dah nak cerai dengan abang. Tapi saya nak muta'ah. RM420,000.
Muta'ah? 420,000? Tun, banyak sangat tu. Nak buat apa?
Saya still nak RM420,000. RM20,000. Sebabnya bang, saya kena cover malu saya. Selama ni pengorbanan saya. Saya besarkan anak-anak bang. Saya sanggup berhenti kerja.
Tak. Abang tak setuju. Banyak sangat.
Tak, saya tetap akan mohon dekat mahkamah RM420,000.
Okey, baiklah Puan Zaitun. Saya rasa kita boleh menang kes ni.
Tak apa-apa pun. Saya nak yang terbaik untuk saya dan juga anak-anak saya.
Okey, Encik. Kami akan cakap yang Encik memang dah bagi nafkah yang secukupnya kepada isteri dan anak-anak Encik. Jadi, Encik hanya perlu kekal bertenang dan biarkan kami yang handle semua.
Ya, tolong sangat-sangat. Saya nak berdiri setiap hari juga.
Boleh Encik. Kami boleh usahakan. Jangan risau.
Terima kasih.
Mahkamah akan mula bersidang tak lama lagi. Dipersilakan masuk.
This court is now in session for the case of Jaiton B alias Zaitun B binti Mohd Yaacob and Mohd Taha bin Wan. Let's proceed with the hearing.
Your Honor, the plaintiff seeks to claim mut'ah from the defendant as per the Islamic family law element. The plaintiff has fulfilled all the requirements and is entitled to the claim. Your Honor, the defendant does not deny the plaintiff's entitlement to the mut'ah. However, the defendant disputes the amount claimed by the plaintiff and contests the basis of the claim's amount. The defendant's financial situation must be taken into consideration.
Let's hear the arguments and evidence presented by both sides. Plaintiff, please state your case.
Your Honor, I was married to Taha for 35 years. During that time, I gave up my career, my personal ambitions to support him and take care of our children. So now, after the divorce, I left without any financial security. So I feel very sad, embarrassed and ashamed. So I am requesting to help me start over, to soothe my heart and provide stability for myself and our children. So I request for mut'ah amounted to RM420,000.
Thank you, plaintiff. Defendant, what is your response to the request?
Your Honor, I understand Zaitun concern, but I already provide a fair divorce settlement. I already supported our children maintenance, and in my opinion, the mut'ah amount is too expensive. That's all. Thank you.
I appreciate both of your statements. We will now hear from the lawyers. Counsel for plaintiff, please present your case.
Your Honor, and the esteemed members of the court, the plaintiff Zaitun has been married to the defendant Mohd Taha for 35 years. Throughout this union, she has dedicated herself to the marriage, fulfilling her duties and obligation as a spouse. The concept of mut'ah is deeply rooted in our customs and religious practices, symbolizing a gesture of goodwill, compensation for the sacrifices made during the marriage, and to soothe the heart of the saddened wife. The plaintiff seeks a fair and just amount of mut'ah as per the Islamic family law agreement. While the defendant's financial situation is a relevant factor, it should not overshadow the plaintiff's entitlement to a fair and just amount of mut'ah. The duration of the marriage, the plaintiff's contributions to the household, and the emotional toll of the divorce must all be considered in determining the appropriate compensation. Here, we have documented instances of the plaintiff's selfless act and sacrifices throughout the marriage, including the household, including the management of the household, care for the family, and support for the defendant in his divorce. This action demonstrates the plaintiff's dedication and warrant a reasonable amount of mut'ah in recognition of her efforts. Also, we have two witnesses to give testimony that the plaintiff once had monthly income of RM10,000.
Thank you, counsel. Defendant's counsel, your response? Thank you, counsel.
Your Honor, esteemed member of the court, I acknowledge the plaintiff's contribution and the significance of mut'ah in our cultural context. However, it is crucial to assess the defendant's financial capacity accurately in determining the appropriate amount to be paid. According to Surah Al-Baqarah verse 236, which emphasizes that the amount of mut'ah is based on the financial ability of the husband. The defendant denied strongly that his monthly income is RM10,000
reflect his current financial situation, which must be taken into consideration when evaluating the plaintiff's claim for Mohd Taha. While we respect the plaintiff's sacrifice, the amount sought should align with the defendant's means to ensure a fair and equitable resolution. Here, we have financial records and statements attesting to the defendant's income, expenses and obligations which demonstrate his limited financial resources and ability to meet the plaintiff's claim within reason.
Okay, based on these arguments, considering the witness testimony and the documentary evidence, I see that the plaintiff, as the one who claims that the defendant has the monthly income of RM10,000 and thus able to pay for the Mohd Taha, cannot successfully prove the claim. The witness only gave testimony that the defendant once had the monthly income of RM10,000 but failed to give evidence that the defendant still has the income monthly of RM10,000. The factor to consider is the financial ability of the husband during the divorce and not the financial ability of the husband during the marriage. And therefore, we ask for the plaintiff permission to ask the defendant to make an oath yamin nafi to deny the plaintiff allegation. The plaintiff, will you allow that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defendant, are you willing to make an oath denying the plaintiff claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Wallahi, I deny the plaintiff claim. I do not have the monthly income of RM10,000. Rather, I only have 500 ringgit per month.
Okay, both counsels have presented compelling points. The defendant also has made an oath denying the plaintiff claim. The court will now review the evidence and make a fair decision based on the facts presented. Having carefully considered the arguments presented by both counsels and the evidence submitted, the court is now ready to deliver its judgment in the matter of Jaiton B. alias Zaitun B. binti Mohd Yaacob and Mohd Taha bin Wan Ahmad. Therefore, after careful deliberation and assessment of the evidence presented, the court rules as follows. The court satisfied that the plaintiff is entitled to the Mohd Taha under Section 58 of the Islamic Family Law Enactment and therefore granted the Mohd Taha to the plaintiff. The main factor to consider the Mohd Taha amount is the financial ability of the husband, and the plaintiff as the claimant has the burden of proof that the husband is able to pay for the Mohd Taha and she failed to successfully prove that. Therefore, the court sought plaintiff permission for the defendant to be on oath denying the claim. Therefore, the court ordered the defendant, Mohd Taha, to pay RM2,000 Malaysia as Mohd Taha to the plaintiff within a period of 2 months from today. Each party shall bear their respective costs in this matter. This concludes the judgment for today's case. The court is adjourned.